Hi, I'm Jude.
And I'm Nathan.
And this is our EFP film analysis. Every film uses 7 fundamental visual elements to tell its story: space, shape, rhythm, color, tone, line, and movement. Master these, and you can craft cinema that doesn't just show, it feels.
Today we're examining how Robert Eggers weaponizes these elements in his 2024 masterpiece, Nosferatu. A film that proves Gothic horror isn't just about what you see, but how you see it. Eggers' Nosferatu is a reimagining of F.W. Murnau's 1922 silent classic filtered through German expressionism and modern cinematic technique. It's a film obsessed with dread, desire, and a thin line between salvation and damnation.
But what makes it visually unforgettable isn't just its Gothic atmosphere. It's how Eggers manipulates these 7 elements to create a world where beauty and terror are inseparable. Let's start with space. Eggers uses vast open areas but frames his characters to feel trapped and helpless. Notice how Thomas appears dwarfed in Orlok's castle corridors. The architecture swallows him whole.
But it's the deep space that's really masterful. Eggers consistently establishes foreground, middle ground, and background, creating layers of meaning. Characters exist in multiple planes simultaneously, never quite safe, never quite alone. Shape tells us everything about intention. In Thomas's journey, Orlok's castle halls are triangular and sharp, unwelcoming, predatory, but the religious villagers' camp, rounded entryways, circular gatherings.
It's environmental storytelling at its finest. Before a single word of dialogue, the architecture tells us who to trust and who to fear. Sharp shapes cut, round shapes embrace. Rhythm in Nosferatu is deliberately glacial. Eggers uses extended takes with heavy dialogue, refusing to cut away unless absolutely necessary. This isn't modern horror's quick-cut panic. It's sustained dread.
The slow pace forces us to marinate in discomfort. We're not just watching these characters suffer, we're suffering with them in real time. Every moment stretched like a held breath. Color becomes character. Interior scenes glow with yellow and white warmth, while exteriors turn cold blue, almost icy. But watch Ellen's costume progression. She begins in right, pure and untouched.
By the film's end, she's draped in darker tones. Her corruption isn't just narrative, it's chromatic. The film literally drains the light from her as darkness takes hold. Tone. The interplay of light and shadow creates the film's emotional geography. Most lighting is practical. Flames, sun, moonlight. Nothing feels artificial.
The dark shadows mixed with orange firelight and castle scenes create stark contrast with the bleak, almost monochrome village exteriors. Light side, dark side, 2 worlds in constant tension.
But notice when Ellen finally becomes possessed. Suddenly, her scenes mirror the castle's lighting. The 2 sides of the story converge visually before they converge narratively.
Eggers obsesses over vertical lines. Characters are constantly framed by doorways, windows, architectural elements that create prison bars of light and shadow.
These vertical lines don't just compose the frame, they cage the characters within it. Every shot feels like a portrait of entrapment. Movement in Nosferatu is liquid smooth. Dollies and cranes that glide like spirits. Even in jump scares, it's the actor's movement that creates the shock, not the frantic camera work.
Eggers employs what we might call Spielberg wonders, long unbroken takes that reveal information through movement rather than cuts. But here's the key. Most of the time, the characters guide the camera, not the other way around. But these elements work together through recurring motifs. Lilacs, symbols of old love and mourning, connect Ellen to both Thomas and Nosferatu, foreshadowing her tragic fate.
Count Orlok often appears not in physical form, but as a shadow. This reinforces his nature as a being existing between worlds, living and dead, real and nightmare.
And rats, carriers of plague and ancient evil, represent not just literal danger, but the foreign threat the townspeople can't yet see coming.
In Nosferatu, every visual choice serves the story's core theme, the seductive power of darkness and our complicity in our own destruction.
Eggers doesn't just direct, he conducts. Every element working in harmony to create something that feels both ancient and impossibly modern.
Because great cinema isn't about what you film, it's about how you film it.
Thanks for watching. What visual element stood out to you?
Let us know in the comments below. Bye!